Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to the show Deen and Dunya. My name is Rahma Mustafa Ghani. As you know, this is the program where we talk about the issues that sometimes our parents, our youth, find it uncomfortable to talk about them. So we need to see that we bring these issues onto the table and try to find solutions. Today we have for you an interesting topic, which is matrimony. And then I have with me in the studio a special guest, Ustaz Abdul Fattah Adeyemi, who is the founder of Bainakum Family Counseling. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much.
I have with me also my co-host, Habiba Adamu Abdullahi. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Okay, so I've been saying things that I don't know if it makes sense, but nowadays what happens is there is this issue of red flags. Some people are not aware about these issues and they just jump into marriage, while some of them actually know about them. But then there is this society's notion of you're going to change him or just endure and be in the marriage. Like I heard somebody say, if she's going to be given the chance to choose a spouse right now, she's going to do better. So how can we recognize these red flags and handle them?
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here on your program. And the topic of discussion is very, very important. Looking at matters matrimonial, you get to observe that we truly, like you said, we talk about a lot of things. We campaign against this, we fight against that. It's all about fighting malaria, fight polio, kick polio, all of those things. Yes, we have made a lot of effort in so many aspects of human life, but when it comes to human relations, we still have a long way to go, especially when individuals have to live together. I think we have spent a long time, when I say we, I'm talking about the world generally, being very generic about it. We spent a long time developing the individuals. We school the individual, we educate the individual. Some people will even get degrees, get a lot of certificates, but we didn't do a lot more about how two individuals can actually stay together, warts and all, with all their flaws, with all their problems. Some people have not even been able to manage themselves, talk less of manage a relationship. So yes, I believe strongly that whatever problems or challenges we face in matrimony now, in marriages now, that leads to divorce, that leads to depression, that leads to anxiety, that leads to broken heart, leads to broken relationships, leads to broken children, leads to broken society. All of these things, I thought we should have seen it coming, because we have, like I said, we invested in individuals, and we didn't think that these individuals will have to live together someday. Now, when it comes to marriage, it's both a contract and a relationship. It's a contract, it's also a state. It is a condition you enter into. Marriage is not something you do. Marriage is not something you enter, as in almost physically, you enter into a relationship, as in you walk in to a relationship. Marriage is a state of mind. It is something that you become. And as a human being, part of what makes us to be human is our ability to live with and relate with other human beings. Now, on a marital level now, you observe that it's possible, I'm assuming, it's possible that people didn't learn anywhere in school how to live with another person. There's hardly any curriculum that will talk about, unless you study sociology and they tell you some of the theories of how you stay together with another person. And when you don't know how to live with somebody else, you may also not know how to choose a person to live with or a person to stay with. If I have an idea of where I'm going, I can make a choice of a companion that we can get there together. But now I have absolutely no practical idea of where I'm going, and the person I'm going to choose to accompany me or to support me or to be together with me, I don't know how to choose that person. So somewhere from the TV, I got to hear that just fall in love and then you are good to go. Yes, just fall in love. And when you fall in love, it's such a dangerous thing. You know, when you fall, it's like, it's not a nice thing to fall.
Yeah.
You can break your neck, you can break your legs, you can break your heart when you fall. So when you fall, it means it's something like accident. You can't deliberately fall in love. You can't consciously fall down. It should be an accident. Something terrible happened, then you fall. Maybe you are climbing a ladder, then one of the steps got broken, then you fall. We make getting into a relationship to be something that is founded on chance or on accident. Somebody goes, I don't know what's happening to my heart. I think I've fallen in love. I think I've fallen in love. It's like something, it's an accident just happened to you. Then you be like, so how do you feel? It feels so nice to fall in love like this.
When you're being involved in an accident.
Exactly. I think it comes with the change in times. Nowadays, we think the best way to do it. We even think that the old-fashioned way would have been the terrible way of doing things. That you have to meet somebody. Courtship is very important. But we realize that even Islamically, that long courtship is not valid. It's not encouraged.
Exactly.
And all that. Personally, as a person, before I got married, I told myself something that you need to get married for the wrong reasons. And I sat down based on discussion with my mom. I know that marriage is like a faith entirely, a chosen devotion, constantly asking you, how far are you willing to go? Because two people are going to come together as one, staying together, they share, you have socio-cultural relationships, the other dynamics. You as a person, you've lived a different kind of lifestyle, he lived a different, and then you're coming to coexist as one. So when you know that, okay, at the back of your mind, you have a guide, so somebody you talk to, like you said, we don't have proper guidelines before we get into marriage. I know that. Is this person going to be the right person for me? Because I know I have some defaults as a person, I have some setbacks, and nobody is perfect. So, but will I be willing to tolerate this person? Would this person try to tolerate me? So I think most of the problem comes from marrying for the wrong reasons.
But do you know that when you mention actually how people can coexist together and how they can relate, there is this story of a woman that called a sheikh, and she was like, her husband is actually unexpressive and emotional. You know, this masculinity nowadays, that to be a man you have to be tough, you have to be this and that. So the sheikh actually talked to him, and he was like, okay, I will do better, I'll try. So one day he actually bought flowers to her, and she was excited, and she actually called the sheikh, and she was like, he tried to change. Well, the sheikh said, but you're still feeling down, what's wrong? She said, when he brought the flowers, he just threw it at my face, and he was like, here's the flowers, so what next, what then? So like sometimes you would see the husband would be relating with their bosses, their friends differently, and then when they come home, it's entirely different.
Entirely different. You see, what causes that is this. Marriage or marital relationship is a skill that people have to acquire. It's something that people have to learn. Nobody was born with everything intact. Nobody was born complete to say, yes, from baby, if it's a man, this is a husband baby we've just given birth to, or this is a wifey baby we've given birth to. No, we can't go to a hospital and do blood tests and also do marriage tests for somebody to say, yes, we confirm this one is going to be a good marriage material. And in my own opinion, and from what I've seen over the years, it's a skill. Don't forget, people like different things. A man may be talkative, but you want a woman that is quiet, that can complement his own talkativeness. It can be the other way around. Now, the woman may be somebody whose mouth runs like tap, and then the husband is somebody who everything, unless he wants to eat before he opens his mouth, to talk or to say anything. Sometimes people recognize this and they are happy to compliment one another. But you see, that's why I say it's a skill. It's not every time you go shopping for someone who's exactly like you. Sometimes some people are better than you because they talk less. Some people are better than you because they are much neater in the way they do their things. Some people are perfectionists and they like to marry somebody who is going to, dirty the house a little for some time. Regardless of what you are looking for or what you have found, I think the skill on how to relate with people comes very important. it also comes together with the expectations we have. A woman will say, I expect my husband to know that I want this. What if he knows what you want? Is he willing to do it? Is he able to do it? Is he ready to do it? And do you need to change him from who he is to become who you want him to be? It's not nice to change somebody, because people have the right to be who they are. But if we have learned the skills of how to relate with other people, we have met people in our places of work, we've met people on our journeys, we have met people here and there, and we found ways of relating with them. Why not bring the same thing to the marriage and let husband and wife find ways of relating with one another? It's a skill, like I said. However, rather than have to go through all the troubles, we say let people have premarital education.
Exactly.
Yes, premarital counseling. And which one comes first? Choosing the person you want to marry or premarital counseling? Now, these people have already chosen each other. There's little that your counseling can do, because these people present themselves as, Ustaz, we're in love, we want to get married, come and counsel us.
Okay.
That's a bit difficult.
Whereas the choice has been wrong dead
From
on
the
arrival.
beginning.
Yes, dead on arrival. These people didn't really know what they wanted, and so they chose whatever thing presented itself to them. So in my own opinion, I believe that counseling or premarital education should start from the choices to make.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, if this person you are choosing, is this person going to compliment you? Is this person going to understand you? Does this person have the capacity to show love and affection the way you want it, the way you prefer it? Some women want men that can recite poems just by seeing food. You know, you present food to him, you want him to recite poem about how lovely your food is, how it tastes so nice. You want him
Spontaneous.
to, yes, you want him to spontaneously know what to say at every point in time. Oh, I like the food you have served. Compliment them with a smile on your face. I think I'm looking at the sunlight. The radiance has really given me so much appetite. I want to eat this food. I will die here. Something like that. But not all men do that. You don't sit a man down and be telling him the cost of tomato, the cost of onion while he's eating. It doesn't even make sense to him. All this only is, this is my food, allow me eat in peace. And part of the skills I'm talking about is some ladies, sorry, I'm talking about ladies now. Yeah, some ladies see their husbands like their friends. You know, the way they have lady friends, they think their husband is now a lady friend like their other friends. Men don't like to discuss some topics.
Yes.
He's not interested in how much or which market you bought your cloth.
Yes.
He's not interested with how far you went to the market to shop for vegetable and to get your tomatoes.
Some details he
He
does not
doesn't
know.
want the detail of what tastes better, whether you use locust bean or you use some of these other condiments. He's not your friend in that regard. So if you want to talk to him from now till tomorrow, he's not
He's not going to
interested.
find interesting.
What he's thinking about is, how am I going to pay the house rent? How am I going to meet deadline in my office? So when people don't understand where men are coming from or where women are coming from, then it becomes difficult. And the lady will be like, he's not responsive. You talk to him, he doesn't answer. You are not saying things that he's interested in. Not many ladies are interested in discussing football with their husbands.
At all.
The man will just come and say, guess this one won yesterday. Do you know how much they pay for that player? Do you know how much this? She's not interested in all of that one. What she's interested in, I need to fix my hair. Marriage is not just you get married and then that is the end of life.
So it's a series of negotiations.
lot
That's
of
what you're trying to tell us. His needs, her needs, understanding,
Today we
compromise.
quarrel over this thing, we sort it out. That doesn't mean we will not have many things to quarrel over tomorrow. How many fights makes a marriage?
Countless.
Boku, plenty. And you know, it's not that it is wrong to quarrel in marriage. What is wrong is to let it fester on. What is wrong is not letting go, not letting it pass. We may be all right today, we may have bad moods tomorrow, some things we may misunderstand each other next tomorrow. Whenever it comes, we look at it, we resolve it, and we move on with life. It's not as if because there's no quarrel, then this marriage is perfect. No, some marriages, they have misunderstandings every time, and each time they learn better, they
come out stronger.
Yes, they come out stronger, and that's what Quran wants us to do. Al-Mawadda. It's a kind of love that we have and that forgives one another, that is ready to support one another, that is ready to, I don't like using this word, but let me use it now, tolerate one another. Because we normally have our excesses. I would rather substitute that tolerate with cooperate with one another. We are supposed to be supporters and cheerleaders for one another. If we can understand this concept, then marriages may have the happy part of it. When they say happy married life, some people are happy but they're not married. Some people are married but they're not happy. Some people are happy and they are married but they don't have a life. So to combine the three together, possibly we need to put a lot of things in order so that the happy married life will become a reality.
Yeah, dear viewers, it's still the show Dean and Junior. This is getting interesting. And the topic is matrimony. We'll now take a short break and we'll be back, inshallah. Stay tuned.